Great. Okay, welcome to the Fishbowl Radio, everybody. My name is Chief here, and with me, as always, is Juicy. I guess Mike is working right now, so we're just doing this morning broadcast here. We're coming from you live here in Lafayette, Louisiana, here, and we're gonna have a very good episode here today. We're gonna break down all the college football matchups for this week 7 show here. I'd like to welcome to the show Juicy. How's it going, Juicy?
Oh, pretty good, I guess. Just getting ready for work later on today. Just taking it easy till the end.
Yeah. Of all the matchups this week, which one are you the most excited to talk about this week?
Well, being that I'm a SEC fan and an LSU fan, I'm gonna say it's LSU and Florida, a top 10 matchup. But we got like 2 of them this week, though. That's one of them.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. I think Florida's starting quarterback got in some issues with the team.
Yeah, that might be a little bit of a curveball for Florida.
Yeah, it's going to be seeing how they're going to be able to adjust there. I think we're going to still have a great game. Florida's been off to a great start this year as well as LSU.
And they also have a defensive back that got suspended too, I think.
Well, I think that comes with the territory of having a discipline on your team. You want to create discipline for your team and have it there. So I don't disagree with the coach's decision to get rid of. If he thinks the player is going to impact the team in a negative way, I completely agree with him kicking them off.
Kind of makes you think of why Florida State never suspended Jameis Winston with all the issues he had.
Well, with the crab leg incident, and which he'll always be remembered for, he won't ever shake that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. But you know what? I actually love this new Spreaker broadcasting tool they gave all the radio stations. You just download on your Mac or your Windows computer, and it actually works out really well. I like the whole design of it. I applaud Spreaker on it. It seems like it's more better, I believe, and appreciate Spreaker.
I like that wording.
Yeah, it's more better. I appreciate but it just seems like you don't have as much to worry about with this one. But it's going to be interesting to see. Now, let's go. What do you think about the UCLA and Stanford game? I was going to pick Stanford, but we never got the chance to go do that. And what do you thought about that game, Juicy?
My thoughts on UCLA Stanford. Stanford's been, from what I've seen this season, Stanford's been pretty impressive. I think they'll actually win this game today against UCLA.
No, they already played, Juicy. They played Thursday. I was recapping some of the games Thursday and Friday, Juicy. You still there?
Oh, yeah, I'm here. I thought I lost you for a second.
Oh, okay. Stanford ended up beating UCLA 56-35. It was a very good game. I thought Stanford looked out really powerful team there. They were able to take a UCLA doing pretty good. Houston ended up beating Tulane, and Boise State got upset by Utah State 52-26. Now, whenever
I didn't know Utah State upset Boise State.
Yeah, they beat them. They beat them last night. We were gonna have to pick that. Yeah, we were gonna have to pick that game yesterday, but I had to go renew my driver's license.
I thought that was gonna happen.
I probably would have picked Boise State, so I'm not gonna even try to say anything. I thought Boise probably would have won the game going in. I figured Houston was gonna beat Tulane. I would like Tulane to upset one of them teams, but it just never happens.
Tulane's not there yet.
No. I wish they were, though. I think it'd be kind of cool for them. All right, you ready to make some? Yeah, eventually, hopefully. They may never get there, though, too. That's the thing. That's the thing.
Yep, I'm ready for some. Let's get this
All
rolling.
right. Eastern Michigan versus number 22 Toledo. Juicy, who you got?
Oh Lord, I've seen Eastern Michigan play once. They really weren't that great. I mean, LSU kind of helped them out a little bit, but nonetheless, I don't think this game's really going to even be close. I think Toledo's favored like 30 points.
28.5.
Toledo's really been putting on a show. Putting on a heck of a show that season beat some pretty good teams. I know Arkansas for sure. I think Toledo's gonna be. I think the point spread's about right, probably about 30. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's more than 30 points.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pick Toledo to win this game here against Eastern Michigan. Don't see where they're gonna knock off Toledo. Toledo's still undefeated, which is good for them. They're 5-0 right now, so but Eastern Michigan's 1-5 record. I mean, and Toledo being heavily favored by like 28 points. Don't see it getting the upset here, but I think Toledo will get the job done today, and I think they'll beat them about I think they'll cover the spread, but I think they'll go like 35 on them. 35-point win for Toledo this week. Alright. And now as we head up the list here, there's really not that many, well, we're talking about ranked games here. Here's a interesting game for you, Juicy, that I think you might actually like. Oklahoma, number 19 versus Kansas State. Who you got?
Kansas State's not ranked, huh?
No, Oklahoma's number 19. Kansas State's not ranked.
Oklahoma and Kansas State? Golly, I want to go with the upset pick so bad. I'm almost tempted to, but I'm going to say Oklahoma's going to squeak this one out. It's going to be real close, though, I think. I think that. I just think Oklahoma hasn't been terribly impressive, and on top of that, they're coming off of
a loss
from Texas as well. And I think they're going to rebound, but I think that they're going to be a little bit emotionally down from that. So I think it's going to be real close, but I think Oklahoma edge it out in the game.
I think Oklahoma's going to win this game here. It's going to be really close. Kansas State could very well upset them. This is a very good game to pull an upset pick. Oklahoma's been very sluggish this year. You can watch the game at 2:30 today on ABC. So, but I think Oklahoma will squeak this one out. I think they'll rebound from last week's debacle against Texas. And I think they'll be able to squeak it out. I mean, it's going to be very tough for them. I mean, I think as far as the playoff, if they even get up near the top 5, don't think it's going to happen. But they're going to have that loss to deal with Texas if they manage to win out, so they're going to have that loss to deal with. So, and it's going to be interesting how the committee will play that by ear. So, I think Oklahoma will get a field goal to win late in the fourth quarter. So, yeah, that's what I'm going with for this week. Let's see, as we go up the list here, I think we have a lot of teams that have a bye week this week, because I'm looking at the ESPN app. 18 plays, 17 plays today. Let's see, where's 16? I think 16 has a bye week this week. 15 Stanford, they play. What?
16 got a bye week, you said?
Yeah, I think so. Alright, here's an interesting game. USC versus number 14 Notre Dame.
Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and go with Notre Dame on this one. USC, they having a lot of internal issues.
Yep.
Especially lately with their head coach.
Steve Sarkisian getting...
They really had... Steve Sarkisian got fired, I think.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of internal issues with the head coach, and they really hadn't been impressive at all this year. It seems like every year they always start off so high, they get overrated and overhyped so much every year. But I'm going to go with Notre Dame, and I really don't think it's going to be that close. Probably 14, 21-point spread, 17-point spread. And Notre Dame's played pretty well this year, especially compared to USC. So give me Notre Dame.
I think Notre Dame will win this game. I think they'll win by a touchdown here. I don't think USC's ready for Notre Dame at all with all the internal issues with Steve Sarkisian, his issues there, them leaving him, and them having an interim head coach, which, I mean, their interim head coach has been in this situation before, so it's going to be really interesting to see how USC will be able to adapt in this game, but may make USC play better, say that this season's not lost yet, but...
It could, too. I mean, it could have an opposite effect. It could help them motivate them more.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I still think Notre Dame will get the job done this week here in college football. Number 13, Ole Miss versus Memphis. Who you got, Juicy?
Give me Ole Miss in this game. I don't see Memphis really being able to stop Chad Kelly and Laquan Treadwell and the rest of the Ole Miss offense. Even though it seems like the past couple weeks Ole Miss has slowed down some, especially after they got hammered by Florida. That really was kind of like, maybe Ole Miss ain't quite as good as, or maybe teams are starting to figure them out. But
yeah.
I think they'll bounce back against Memphis and win pretty easily.
I think what the issue with Ole Miss was more teams starting to figure them out, like you had mentioned. You get more film on how Chad Kelly plays and Treadwell and all them other guys there. You get film on them, you're able to figure out how they're able to play. They use their offensive sets. Players come in, players come out. Like a winner number 45 comes in, we know they're going to run a sweep on the outside. So, yeah, maybe they need to do a better job of doing different player sets or whatever it is, but you got to adapt in this business, or you get thumped like you do at Florida. But
yeah, you're right about that.
So Memphis is currently undefeated so far this year.
Wow.
So
Memphis is actually undefeated.
Yeah, they're 5-0. Ole Miss is 5-1. This game is about to start, and if this time is right on this thing, it says 11 a.m., but it might actually already be started. I don't know. ESPN2.
I think Memphis is going to get their first loss.
I think I got Ole Miss winning this by 10 points, but I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people think it will be. I think they got us a spread 10 points, but I disagree with the spread a little bit. I'm going to go with 3 points. I think Ole Miss barely squeaks it out. I think Memphis is a better team than a lot of people give them credit for, so we'll see what happens.
I was just thinking, though, if you're interested later, there is a non-top 25 game I'd like to talk about.
What, Oregon and, yeah, we have time for it. Oregon and Washington?
No, it's Mississippi State and Louisiana Tech.
Oh, okay. We can talk about it. Let's see.
Yeah, we can get through these picks.
12 and I'm surprised College Game Day did not go to Baton Rouge.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Everybody thought they were going to go to Baton Rouge or to College Junction with A&M and Alabama.
But Michigan State and Michigan, they're 7-12. We're saving that game for later. So I have to go up to number 11. And that'll be Louisville versus Florida State. Who you got, Juicy?
Give me Florida State in this game. I think Florida State's been relatively impressive, even though they had to squeak out a win against Miami last week. It was a little bit too close for comfort for them, but I think they'll be a little bit better this week and be able to get Louisville by about 14 points or so.
I think Florida State, they'll win this game. Everett Golston, let me say it like that. Then the best way to describe him.
Everett Golston's been lighting it up, yeah.
Yeah. So, I think what's going to happen in this game here is I think Florida State will win this game. I think a little bit more than what Vegas thinks they'll get it by. I say 14 points. They have them at 6.5. I say 14. I think it was a more widespread. Louisville has a lot of... Well, they haven't been playing very well this year. They're 2-3 this year. And You know, they haven't